Hello everybody and welcome back to Academiopolis, where I was just thinking we probably need a way to get our wood products here onto the rail line up here other than just having them go to the harbor. Because what if we need them moved down somewhere else? The best way to do that, or exported out of the city via train rather than via ship. The best way to do that, I think, would probably be to try to take this out of here and see if we can maybe put in a cargo rail hub. So let's see about that. Let's see. I believe this is tram. This one's train. Excellent. So we would need a cargo train terminal. We can't quite fit that here, so we're going to need to change these roads a little bit. That's okay. We can do this. So then we'd be able to put the rail hub somewhere like here. So we need to bring this back, as well as this and this for now. We will be replacing that. And then we drop the cargo train hub over here. And then let's just go ahead and curve this over this direction. Bring it over here. And then bring it back, something like this, and then try to bring it in. That slope too steep, which is fair enough. That slope is pretty steep. What if we were to just try to bring this directly back in like that? That would work. Now the question is, can we get this out of here on the lowest elevation step, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then just hook this in like that? That would work. And then we still have a road to our harbor. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, I would like to get, potentially, if we can figure out a way to do it, a connection right here. I think the best way to do that would be to take this section of highway out, run this connection in, like this, and then we would need to just, using the curve tool, try to curve this in such a way where we don't have a pillar issue. That would be nice. That's a little bit too much on the curve. So where can we go here? We can go here. And I think that's acceptable. Okay. So then we would just go ahead and make sure that all of this is zoned industrial. And now we have an extra road connection up over here to hopefully lessen some of this congestion over here. Because we definitely have congestion going on here. And this is just kind of a dead-end street here. That's kind of okay, honestly, since that's just a passenger hub. And hopefully some of these cargo trucks will load up over here instead. And indeed, they are. So that's a really good thing. How loaded up are these trains? Answer? Not very. Well, this one's actually fully loaded. That's a good thing. Does it fully unload here? Yep, it indeed does. Okay. Sounds good. So that should help out our situation over here tremendously. Because this is a problem. But hopefully some of these goods will then be transported over here. And we should probably think about having a couple more train stops. And we've got a train stop at the cargo airport hub already. But we should probably think about maybe having some train stops periodically around the island. However, I'm also thinking this section here should probably be converted over to be commercial. Like that. Because we have quite a demand for commercial. So let's do that, and that should satisfy that demand for a little bit. I don't know for how long. And let's just check in on the Seaside College real quick. We just need a few students here. Okay. Our campus attractiveness is plenty. We've got our academic works. I mean, there's no tuition here. But we're losing students for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. It's not very clear. We've got plenty of capacity. We just need to get our student numbers up a little bit. Well, there they went up. Well, we've still got a few weeks left in the academic year. 12 weeks. So hopefully by the end of the 12 weeks, we'll be good on that front. Let's check in on our elementary schools. That looks good. On our high schools, that also looks good, actually. Okay. Sounds good. So education-wise, we're fine. And as soon as the Seaside College hits rank 5, we can start construction on this college. Because the Academiopolis Institute is done. There's nothing else to be done here. Like, this is just donezo. Although, I mean, there's like an empty spot right here. We could maybe get a decoration in there. Maybe. Like, for example, just an academic statue. It'd be lacking any sort of path access. But maybe we could put up a path on the ground, for sure. Going, say, this direction. That gives space already occupied. Well, because we started too far over. Going this direction and linking up like that. Okay. That works. So we can just have a couple of little extra things like that. Like, we can maybe take a path up this way. If we bring it in right here. Nope, that space already occupied. So that space is just donezo. But we can maybe fit something here. Maybe. Like a fountain? No, absolutely not. Okay. Yeah, I think the Academiopolis Institute is pretty much done. I mean, it is rank 5, so that's great. The Seaside College is only rank 4, though, and really needs the students. So, there's that. I'm not sure how exactly we're going to go about getting the students in there. I mean, if they don't want the free tuition, then I don't know what to say. But this is going to be done relatively soon. We are still getting more population moving in some of these less densely populated areas, so that's good. And we need to find another place for commerce. The question is, where exactly will that be? And what's going on over here? Not enough customers. Probably because there's this constant traffic jam right outside of the cargo airport. At least that's my guess. What if, hypothetically, we were able to put in a cargo hub, or a cargo railroad, right over here? That gives space already occupied. Could we maybe fit one over in this area? Not exactly. We'd have to rework this shoreline a little bit, which isn't the end of the world. We could take this out of here for now, like that, and then we would need to level this terrain over in this direction, something kind of like this. Give ourselves just a little bit more space. Smooth this out a little bit. And then we could theoretically maybe now build a hub here. We could. We could take out 2 of these. Question is, this road is going to be even more heavily traveled, isn't it? So what if we instead...
Geologists predict that
Oh, a sinkhole.
will
Okay,
strike
that's
any
fine.
minute.
What if
Residents
instead
take
we brought out
precautionary measures.
another road over this way, like this? So this way we have a little bit more space. And where is this sinkhole going to hit? Right here? Well, it's going to be exciting. Okay. We'll just have to deal with it when it happens. I do want to get a cargo hub off over here, so we're going to need to continue having... Oops. We're going to need to continue having some fill put in over here. Let's go ahead and grab some over this way from underwater. There we go. And just give ourselves a little bit more room here. And then we put in a cargo hub like that. And then we'll probably need to eliminate these two bits of quay and put in a new one, which is here. Oops, I thought we were on curve. We were not on the curve tool. Let's try this. Something like that. And then try to connect this in over here if we at all can. Straight line tool? Can we get it underneath there? Not quite. So we would need to eliminate that bit of quay, I think. There. Excellent. And then I just want to try to smooth this out a little bit. Kind of like that. Excellent. And now the question is, how do we go about connecting this thing up? Well, this one's easy enough. We can just bring it in kind of like this. Piece of cake. We would need to rerun this power line, which is fine. We'll go ahead and make that absolutely max height. And then we'll connect that in over there. But then what about going this way? Well, we could either take it around and connect in over here, or we could try to connect it in over here. I feel like we're better off to connect it in over here if we can help it. So it would come in kind of like that. So we now have a cargo hub for trains over here, and this also gives us a little bit more space that we can zone commercial, which this is the tool that I wanted. Excellent. Now something's not connected over here. This is, I think, a bus line. So let's what's going on over here? We can remove that stop and then just put it back in. Okay. And then we can also create a stop up over here. Kind of like that. I mean, there's not really a huge amount of reason to, but we can do that. And now hopefully... Oh, we need water out here. Of course we do. Let's go ahead and run the water about like this. And it looks like they are already, hopefully, going to be utilizing this. Lessen some of the pressure here. That's the entire goal here. So far, they have very little interest in it. But it does take time for the pathfinding to update. Okay, that's just a sports car driving past the new train station. Trains are, of course, fantastic for moving freight. All of this is coming out of here. Box truck, donut van, hot dog van. Okay, that's all coming in from other cities, being imported via the airport. And we're trying to get this stuff out of here. And we kind of have a queue for trains here as well. But hopefully, this cargo train terminal will take some of the load off of our airport. And hopefully, some of the load off of our ports as well. That would be nice. So yeah, they're loading up this train terminal. And yeah, this freight train is taking some of the load from our cargo hubs. Excellent. Oh, what's going on over here? Flooding? Flooding. I think this might have been caused by us taking the taking the soil from right here. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Regardless, we have pumping trucks, so we should be fine. Oh, there's our sinkhole.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city.
Oh, okay.
Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
That is really not bad. Okay, so let's just smooth this on out. Let's make sure that that's zoned back in. There we go. And then we're going to need a highway like so. And then an off-ramp over here. Perfect. Now we just need to repair. That wasn't bad. That could have been way worse. Excellent. So we do still have an abandoned shop over here.
Welcome back. This is Elle, playing you the best music around.
I mean, overall, the primary issues here are this intersection and this intersection, right? Or maybe just all this. Like, we have a ton of cargo moving around on our highways over here that I would really like to instead have moving around in this station. Like on these streets instead of the highways. It may actually be beneficial for us to have this street instead come in over here. Although I meant to curve that. I keep doing that. Okay. Have this street come in over here. Relatively straight, actually. That doesn't relieve this intersection at all. But that moves it from being here to here, I guess. I'm not sure that that's super helpful. So we definitely have a traffic issue right here. Maybe we should upgrade this section to a highway? I'm not sure that helps. We've definitely solved a lot of our transport problems. Like, this traffic jam is manageable now, at this point. A lot of that has to do with our metros, of which 8,000 people are using it every week. Is great to see. So as far as people transportation, that's one thing, but it's freight transportation that's the issue, and specifically right here, as well as right over in here. This interchange here is just completely overloaded. Whereas this one just isn't really functional. So that's the thing. I mean, the trains are helping. There's no doubt about that. But the question is, where are all of these bits of traffic coming from and going to? They appear to be coming down over here. You know what? there's not really an effective way. Did I forget an on-ramp here, or did I not do this on-ramp? I just forgot an on-ramp. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Now I think for this particular interchange... That slope too steep. That slope too steep. Never mind. That's not going to work. We seem to be largely okay-ish over here, though. It's mostly right here and right down over here where we're having significant traffic issues. That said, I think this traffic issue is dying down, although we have a lot of people trying to come over here and exit. Like, this interchange, or rather these on-ramps and off-ramps, are fairly overloaded. That is for sure. But this train terminal is definitely helping. There's a huge amount of traffic that has been rerouted up over here. So that is definitely encouraging. This is still a little discouraging, but ultimately I think this is an improvement. And then the question is, do we have too much for traffic issues elsewhere? I mean, we kind of don't. It's mostly just at those hubs. How are we doing on our Seaside College, anyway? Our students have dropped dramatically. Okay, so we may not make it this academic year. That's unfortunate. Are they getting cannibalized by the Academiopolis Institute? I think they are. To some degree. Not enough customers over here, low land value. That's fine. This is quite a traffic jam here. I think a large amount of it has to do with the fact that this is the only input and output from the cargo airport. And the cargo airport is being a little bit overused, I think. We need water out over here. Fair enough. There we go. Problem solved. This is cleaning up a little bit, though. Over time, as people start shifting over to the additional cargo train terminals. Excellent. There's a fire here, and the fire truck is having a hard time getting to it, but it made it. That's good. Yeah, the real issue here is there's a ton of traffic right here. And they're having a very hard time getting customers and land value over here for obvious reasons. This has definitely helped. There's no doubt about that. But this is the fundamental traffic jam right now. The good news is the passengers are pretty much taken care of. And this is almost all freight. And buses. Freight and buses. But that's to be expected. I'm not quite sure how we're going to solve this just yet. I'll have to think about that one. But for now, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we are going to continue hoping to... Well, hopefully we'll be able to build our other university over here. That would be nice, but we also need to try to figure out a solution to this mess. I don't know what that solution looks like just yet, but maybe next episode I'll have an idea. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.